All right, I'm going to let this run for 30 seconds. I don't know if ads are turned on or whatever, but I don't want the first part to get missed. What's up, everybody in the chat? Thanks for showing up. Ooh, 13. All right, I think that's probably far enough. All right, so let me start with this. Number one, last night's video was very little to do with Meathead. He just happened to be what I was watching that triggered what's been on my mind for a long time. So first off, I want to apologize to Meathead because you just, and I'll use Heavy Metal Barbecue's comment, I think you just got caught in the Hobo Nickel steamroller. That being said, part of what has frustrated me on YouTube for quite a while, and if you go back a year ago, I made a video that talked about YouTube turning into a giant commercial, and I thought it was bad then. It's only gotten worse, and I will give you my opinion as to why I feel it is the way it is. You don't have to agree with me. You can click off. You can tell me to fuck off. Matter of factly, if you feel that way, I recommend you put it in the comments. Fuck off hobo. Hashtag fuck off hobo. Meathead, I don't know if you were here in the beginning, but I want to apologize to you. And I'm apologizing. Now on to the second part of it. This is what frustrates me as a viewer. This has nothing to do with my channel. This has to do with me as a viewer. Watching YouTube, the cooking niche, it's gotten to be where everything is just here's a commercial about this product. And it's not fun to watch. You've got a handful of people that are actually making content, but outside of that, it's like I struggle as a viewer being subbed to 300 some channels to find something to watch. Because it's typically here's the guerrilla marketing for the product of the week that everybody and their brother got sent. Meathead, we are friends. You just triggered something that, let me take a step back here. I'm good with fuck you. Let me take a step back here, and I saw some of the comments in the video. He's doing this for views. Really? I was that fucking drunk and came up with the idea. You know what we'll do? We'll make this video and just pick Meathead out because he's the guy everybody in the community is going to circle around after the whole slow and sear thing. And that'd be a great idea. Really? That's where we ended up with? Come on. That's just nothing to do with it. Let me go through some more comments. I'm going to not read Cooking Green Bastard styles because it'd be just interesting. Sauce Stash. I like Mark. I'm a moderator on Mark's channel. He starts talking about people doing this for money. I get that. That's just not what I'm here for. I'm not here to sell stuff, and that's my opinion. And I feel like I can do that. I get where you're at, and you do sponsored videos, and that's fine. But I also don't see you and 30 other people in the community all doing the same video the same week. That's what's frustrating for us. For me. Raleigh Smoke, remember take aspirin in the morning? Yeah, I was pretty drunk. Cookout Coach, I'll skip to the part where he says, I don't know what rub videos, so salt or not. Don't understand what you were saying. Reviews where the deck is obviously stacked, so it's an issue with all reviews on YouTube, or just ones where you think there wasn't enough care taken to not slant the review. It's the not enough care taken aspect, and part of that I think is ignorance upon the person making the review. If you're going to compare 3 things or 4 things, compare 3 or 4 things equally. When you start adding other variables into it, you change the dynamic of the test. I saw Meathead made the comment, "You had a bead, why not call me?" I did before, Meathead, if we're gonna go here. I really don't want to, but on the chicken video, I texted you and I said, "Hey, the the Oak Ridge Santa Maria isn't made for chicken," and your response was, "Well, it says on there you could put chicken on. You could use it with chicken." Cooking with CJ, hobo being hobo. Right, Thrill? I'm apologizing to your dad because it's the right thing to do. We don't need to be friends. If he doesn't want to be friends, I understand that. That's his choice. And I wouldn't say necessarily that video was shitting on your dad in whole. If you actually, there's a handful of people who actually watched the video who sent me messages that understood that that video was nothing to do with your dad. But there takes a lot of context of knowing me as a person to be able to get to that point. Most of these guys have known me for a year, 2 years, and understand because we've talked about stuff before. That just is what it is. Me as a viewer, I just it's a struggle. And I've had other people tell me the same thing. There's people in this chat right now who know exactly what I'm talking about because they've had this conversation with me without me bringing it up. All right, I think I've said my piece. I've made my apology. Meathead, I'm sorry again. It is what it is. It's just what triggered last night. I think most of the videos I do are best when drunk, though, Meathead. You got to admit that. Maybe not this one, in your opinion. All right, I'm getting off here. Have a good night.